will be damned if I'm gonna walk my hallway knowing she's still alive. Now go finish the job. Oh, I have been wanting to do this for a real long time.
Aimee, Dante, hello, Jeff in Las Vegas. Thanks for joining me this morning.
Hi,
Thanks
Jeff.
for having
Thanks
us,
for
man.
having us.
All right, Aimee, what's with the cat? Is he trying
I
to
know,
crash the interview?
She is. This is Maxine, and she loves to be in videos.
Oh my God. Does she know the kind of terrible movies you do with blood and horror and all these scare people?
Most certainly not.
Pretty much, man. It's
Hi.
hi.
Hey,
Hi,
hello.
Tiana.
Fish and chips. We're waiting on fish and chips in Ireland right now. So that's what we're waiting on. So,
Perfect timing. Well, Tiana, Aimee, Dante, thanks for joining me this morning to talk about PHarm 2. What a great thriller. Had a chance to watch it last night at midnight, like you should. And
nice.
and you know, Aimee, the Walker family is back. How is the skin cream business coming along? I hear sales are booming.
Sales are booming, and you can see us on QVC.
Did they harvest?
It works.
Has the Walker family harvest any good victims lately?
Maybe a few here and there.
And Tiana, this is such a physical role. Did you hit the gym to prepare, or how do you prepare for such a physical endurance? Because it looks like you would just be exhausted at the end of every day of shooting this movie.
Well, I'm a pretty active person in general, but when I found out I was doing the sequel, I definitely doubled up on my boxing. That's what I usually do to work out. So I was boxing 3-4 times a week before this for about like 3 months or so.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, I would be doing marathons to prepare for this role. So, and Dante, we're back to the cornfield. Tell me about the challenges in shooting a 1,000-acre cornfield. How do you even light a location like that? Because most of this movie was at night, right?
Yeah, I mean, 90% of the movies at night, man. It is a monster to light a cornfield. I know when we did PHarm 1, we thought it was gonna be really easy. We thought light would shoot through the corn. Then we realized that corn's like a solid wall and light doesn't travel through it. So it involved cranes and big lights that we had to kind of raise up and hide out of the thing. But yeah, it was just a lot of moving. Like we could only light, God, I want to say like we could only light like a couple paths at a time of this corn maze because it was so huge. So we had to like pick out different paths, light them up for different scenes, then move all the light to the next scene. So it was definitely an undertaking for sure.
And Aimee, the Walker family, they have some creepy members, you know, sewing people's mouths shut, their eyelids. You know, I think though, if I had to choose my favorite character in the Walker family, I love the clown. I think not only is he physically scary, but I just love his performance. Is it Andy? Is that the character's name?
Andy, yeah, played by Mario Rocha. Yeah.
I think he's my favorite. Do you have a favorite character in the Walker family?
Let me think. So John is really fun, like Herschel. I mean, his timing is incredible, and like the humor mixed with the scary and the intimidating. But I love Deacon is one of my favorites. He's played by Carl Jackson, and Carl loves to improv in our scenes, and like just the whole I got blood in my eye, you know, stuff like that. He's so fun, and that character always stands out to me.
Well, I love when you said, what do we have here? Charlie's Angels? That was my favorite. That was cracking me up. And Tiana, I hear a story about a blood cannon shooting just huge amounts of bloods at you.
Oh yeah, well, actually, that wasn't at me. I got to be on the other side of that because I'm the one that may have caused the blood to shoot out at the poor girls. So it was the other girls in the maze that got drenched in blood, but they were such troopers about it.
No, Dante, it's important to find the right special effects team for a movie like this. Tell me about the search. Was it the same team you had from the first film, or?
It actually wasn't. So Red Randolph, she did the film and she was fantastic in this. It was this one was like such a big undertaking because we had so many cast members in this one that had to be prepped with like wounds already. I don't want to give too much away from the film, but we had to do that. And then we just had so many kills in this movie that like we just needed somebody who could kind of get those down. And Red was amazing. She's also a nurse So that was really helpful as well, because anytime we inflicted wounds or did anything else, she tried to get it as accurate as medically possible to try to make those sell a little bit more. So she did a fantastic job with that, but she had her work cut out for her on this one.
Yeah, and Aimee, this is the sequel, right? We have part 2 of Fear Farm. What's fan reaction been like? Because when you start making sequels like this, you have your fan base. Have you heard much from social media or fan reaction about these films?
Yeah. People have been posting on Instagram a lot. They've been really excited. I think they really enjoy the extra level of gore that, thank you, Dante, brought to the film. Really upped the ante with some action. The fight scenes between Tiana and I have heard a lot about that as well.
Oh yeah. I'm not telling you who I'm cheering for, but I love them.
Yeah.
And Tiana, is it, for an up-and-coming actress like yourself, is it exciting to start in the horror genre and start your resume? Because they seem like the most fun. I mean, the most relaxed atmosphere is, even if you mess up, even if you're being chased by a guy with a chainsaw in a cornfield, right? I mean, you can't make this up.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely love it, because the thing that I love about horror that I didn't realize before I did horror, because I'm not a horror movie fan, actually. Now I'm getting more into it, but before I did Fear Farm 1, I was like, nope, too scary, can't do it. But then once I got on set, I was like, oh my gosh, I actually get to do everything in this. I get to do drama, I get to do comedy, I get to do action. You get to do literally all of these cross genres in one genre. And it's the most fun thing as an actress. And it's just a gold mine.
You look like you had a blast. I really did. And Dante, tell me about the popularity. This is a real cornfield. I mean, have they cashed in on the popularity of Fear Farm, or are people making pilgrimages? I know I want to go there someday.
Yeah, I mean, definitely they're getting a lot more traction than they were when, before we went there. So that was really cool. They actually did Fear Farm 2 had a premiere there, actually. So the premiere of Fear Farm 2 was actually we erected a giant screen and it premiered. Yeah. So that was really fun. But the corn maze, I mean, when I found that a couple years back, it was just a random thing where I talked to Mark S. Allen, who was, one of our producers, close friend of mine. And I asked Mark, I was like, hey, this corn maze in Dixon is giant. It would work perfectly for this movie. Is there any way we can get this? And Mark was like, let me make some phone calls. And he got it for us. And
the producer extraordinaire, right?
Yeah, producer extraordinaire, making deals. I was like, I don't know. I found this thing online. Can we shoot there? And yeah, I mean, beyond that, I mean, every year we go there now. They just let us do more. They love us there. They're constantly like, I mean, that Fear Farm is really what you're seeing in the movie is kind of similar to what that farm already is, minus like the people jumping out at you. It's just this giant corn maze, but they have, kiosks and coffee and food and all this other stuff, pumpkin patches. It's so fun there. And anytime we're filming there, they're always bringing us out coffees and bringing us out food. And they just think it's so exciting that we're there. And then every time we leave, people actually do show up to this place and want to see it because of the movie, which is really cool.
All right, in our final moments here, who has the best Mark S. Allen story? I've known him for 20 years. He's my bud. So tell me the best story for Fear Farm 2. What did he do something incredible, like you had a problem and the producer jumped in and solved it, or?
I'll tell you. So my funny Mark S. Allen story, I'll let other people tell some too. But Mark, because he's on TV, popcorn, extra butter. Every time he shows up to set for any movie I've done with him, he always shows up in a suit with like some makeup on, and he always swears like, I don't normally dress like this. I just got off set, I swear. But he always shows up to set like that. So it makes me wonder, I'm like, are you actually doing that, or did you just wear this every day and this is like your little way of hiding it? Like, I don't wear makeup and suits all the time. I just got back from set.
Right, I just got back from set. Or are you planning a trip around the world in an air balloon, because
right, exactly.
Like, yeah. Well, anyway, Mark S. Allen is what a great writer, great producer. He's such a great added creative element to this franchise. And thank you all for joining me today. I wish you the best and happy Halloween. And let's do it again soon for Fear Farm 3.
You too. Thanks so much. Appreciate you having us.
Thank you.
Looking forward to it. Thanks so much, Jeffrey.